Arsma, hello there. Remember, we've asked the protocol to be age, gender, and where you're tuning in from. M for male, F for female, however you signify your inclination, gender, and then age and the city or country you're watching this from. That'll give me a little bit of information about who you are, where you are, what age, and how I can address you and all that. I appreciate that. Everyone who joins, please do that. I don't know where I put the title of the talk. I never knew how to do that. Hmm. All right, we're concurrently having the live stream on TikTok and YouTube. So we're waiting for our YouTube friends show up and TikTok friends show up. TikTok friends, if you would be kind enough to let me know when you sign in, let me know your age, gender, where you're tuning in from. Three little code: M for male, F for female, or however you choose to signify your gender, and then age and the city or the country you are watching the program. That little three codes will give me some information about you, where you are, cultural background, age, how to address you, and so on. So, would you kindly do that as I requested, if you will, everyone who's joined? I'd appreciate that. Now, the protocol here, which we've been running that on YouTube, is that if we don't have that three little requested info, age, gender, and where you're tuning in from, and if you ask a question, then we won't be able to answer the question until we have that information. The Rabbi Betty uh, is here from YouTube. Rabbi, don't forget the protocol: age, gender, where you're tuning in from. And he says, please keep the good work. We are. And we have Honor Lake. Honor Lake says, does Lightning McQueen, get car insurance or life insurance? What are you talking about? Here we talk about thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, ego. We talk about breakups, relationships, how you can move on, how you can figure out what the inner movement of your psyche is after a breakup, and how to bring balance to your work and studies and the responsibilities and duties you have after breakup, when she's left you, when he has left you, however it is. And also, we talk about OCD subsets such as HOCD and whatnot. We don't have anything to do with the insurance. And thank you for pulling our legs, but we try not to let it be pulled. Says it is cool if I use that response for McQueen documentary. I really don't know what you're talking about, Honor Lake. I don't know what McQueen documentary is. I don't know what you're referring to. So I'm out. For that reason, I'm out. And don't you guys remember I just asked for age, gender, where you're tuning in from? Male, M for male, F for female, and age, or whatever you signify your gender as, then age, so I know how old you are, and then where when you're tuning in from, like country, city. That gives me a little bit of info about you. And if I don't have that, then you can listen, but there will be no questions of yours answered. All right. So we have Lawrence is here. He says, hey, bro, please help me. I'm in desperate need. Well, ask your question, Lawrence. Says, Maren, can I give you my situation? Yeah, of course. Go ahead. That's why we're here. It's a live stream. But I can't turn it into a one-on-one. If you need a detailed discussion with me one on one, you can go on my site, mindthatseekstruth.com. Mindthatseekstruth.com. And then make an appointment for a Skype chat, which people do from all around the world, and we'll discuss what's concerning you one on Skype. Uh, and so Ravi says, male 39 UK, M39 UK. Thank you for that, Ravi. I appreciate that. And A says, from India, 37 years. A, what is that? Female, male, what's your gender? And, so that I'll know. Otherwise, from India, 37 years old. I'm sure there are lots of people 37 years old in India. And Lauren says, I have lost all attractions to female. Can I gain it back? Absolutely. It hasn't gone anywhere. HOCD is a phenomenon that hits everyone at any age, could hit, and that's a malfunction of the signaling system of the brain. Your gender is not changing. It's just that and it hasn't gone anywhere, your attraction to female. It's just that it's like you're looking through a window and you see ocean, trees, all kinds of things, birds, whatnot. But then one day you see, well, I can't see that clear. Where did they go? They haven't gone anywhere. Your window is not so cleaned up. It's foggy or it's dirty. You need to kind of wipe it out, clean it up. That might take a bit of a time. Otherwise, the scenery the other side of the window hasn't gone anywhere. So your interest and attraction toward woman hasn't gone anywhere. But intrusive thoughts of the HOCD type is constantly bombarding and keeping the brain spitting these things out and making the brain affect the body, and the body reacts to the thoughts. That's how powerful the brain is. And then these reactions of the body becomes an evidence for you that maybe what the brain is suggesting is true, but it's not. It's a signaling system of the brain that's got wacko, and it's got lots of different reasons. It starts from amygdala, overactive amygdala, that it sends emotional danger signals when there is no danger, but it's gone wacko, so it sends these. And then orbital prefrontal cortex says, well, there is a danger signal coming. I got to give it some kind of a atmosphere. I got to give it some kind of assign it to something, some narrative. So he says, what's the most important thing for this guy, or for this girl? Oh, his or her gender. So I'm going to attach this emotional danger signal that is coming, and frontal cortex says, I have to believe it because it's coming from amygdala. I can't, they don't understand that they can go wacko. They just respond to the signals. So it attaches what's most important to you, which to you is your gender. So it tries to say and utter suggestions that you have a different interest, or you don't have the interest you always had. That is something that hits almost anybody at any age. And then you use the different techniques of that researchers, such as many of the famous psychologists, psychotherapists, for ERP and or for cognitive behavior therapy, CBT. And you can use Dr. Schwartz 4-step, which I have a video on complete. Dr. Schwartz 4-step explanation, how you can apply it, how it works. And then you reprogram the brain, bring it back to this default setting. And of course, it starts from, could start from that signaling and the amygdala and prefrontal cortex. And then it also has a lot to do with midbrain basal ganglia, where striatum is, and then has the lever called caudate nucleus, which actually is responsible to shut down the intrusive thoughts that is not in line with your values. When it goes wacko and it doesn't do its job right, the suggestions that appear hover. Usually, caudate nucleus shuts it down when he knows it's not pertaining you. But when it's not working well, it doesn't shut down the intrusive thoughts, and it hovers. And you say, wow, because it hasn't disappeared, it must mean something. My brain is intelligent. Brain is not intelligent. Brain is the dumbest thing you've got. It's got no intelligent center recognized or localized in the brain. According to thousands of brain surgeries by Dr. Speary and Dr. Penfield, they could localize sight center, they could localize mobility center, they could localize speech center, they could never localize compassionate center, consciousness center, intellect center, math center. There is no intellect in the brain. Brain is a machine, makes thoughts. When it goes wacko, makes all kind of thoughts. And these thoughts, depending on what they are, affect the body. And the body responds to it. And then you say, oh my goodness. But I tell you something to do right now. You will all see how easily body responds to a brain, to the brain's suggestion. Close your eyes and focus. You are on a tour trip to France. You've landed there and you now go into your hotel, and then the next day the tour guide is bringing the bus, takes you all of you to a vineyard. The vineyard is massive, but yet it's out of season. So all the grapes on the vines are green, sour like hell, and green. It's out of season. So it gives you each a cluster of green grapes, and every one of you put it in your mouth, and you crunch on it, and it's sour like crazy. And it gives everyone a cut of lime, a veg of lime, and you squeeze that in your mouth on top of the sour grape. And if you notice right now, when you're really focusing on this feeling, you have saliva in your mouth. But there is no sour grape here. There is no lime here, but your body reacted to the suggestion of the brain. And the same thing happens in many other things. You may feel this or that, but it's because the brain is so powerful, it makes the body react. That reaction of the body acts as a evidence for you that, oh, it must be right. So if it says that I don't have that inclination, or if it says that I'm interested in that guy, you don't look for all the psychological reasons for it, all the malfunction of the signaling system of the brain. You just believe the brain. But when you understand you're not the brain and brain is not you, that's the first step to be free. Thoughts are the roots of all problems. And that's what I have to say about that. And we go to, all right. Yeah, I mentioned how, look at my video on 4 steps. And that Dr. Schwartz's 4 steps helps you to do that. And if you want to talk to me, you go on my site, mindthatseekstruth.com, mindthatseekstruth.com. Make an appointment, and for one hour registration, I'll give you another half an hour on top of it on me, and we'll have an hour and a half to discuss in detail, no rush, and then hash out things and answer all the questions. So I'm really thankful for all the TikTok friends who never listen to me when I ask them, when you join, you got to put in, instead of just hi or hello, initial for your gender, male, female, or whatever your gender you signify it with, and then age and where you're tuning in from. So I know what my demographics are, who you are, and if you ask a question, I need that before I answer you. User 367 says, hi, Short King. Okay, I don't know what that means, but thank you. Hi. All right, let's see. Ebony says, hi, you. Thank you very much, Ebony. Danielle is here. Abby Linklaker. All right, so interesting call signs. Crystal joined. You see, these are just names and screen names. If you guys right in front of it, where it says Crystal, when you say hi or something, just say something. Say female, I don't know, New York, 27 or whatever, 37. Or male, India, 45, or whatever it is, 22. That would give me a little bit of understanding who it is, where we are, and how many people, from where, what age, and so on. Martin has graced us with a international language and says FUCKKK. Fuck. All right. Thank you for that. Hope you didn't have to think too long for that expressive emotions. But I don't think our program is the place for it, is it? Now, what do we have here now? We have A says, I like watching your videos. I have a religious OCD or religiosity OCD. Okay, that's all right. And A says female. All right, thank you for that. So three messages. So I to see female, India 37. Female 37, India. All right. All right. Any questions anywhere, guys? I'm here for you guys for a bit. Then I've got other things to do, and we'll just part our ways. Today I discovered a very delicious candy. It's got all kind of taste: tangerine, mango. What else? Hang on, while you guys think about a question, I'm gonna get one of those. There it is. Tangerine, lime, ginger tangerine, ginger lime, and ginger mango, and ginger green tea lemon. Oh, I like that. What's that, yellow? Let's try that. All right. Do we have any questions? We don't? If you guys don't need me, I can do other things. Because every one of you keeps saying, where's the next live? Where's the next? So here's the live. Where are you guys? Wow, this thing is delicious. Ginger, green tea, and lemon. Wow. Lovely. Martin James says, knife? What kind of comments are these? How am I supposed to figure this out? What's the message? No one's talking. Yeah, exactly, Martin. What's going on? So just me and you, buddy boy. Me and you, boy. Okay. All right. And then talk. Everybody's watching. I think they want a program. But if you guys are looking for some kind of lecture, I don't do lectures here. It's just if a university invites me like in the past, then I'll go do a lecture. But here is just for your questions. Ravi says how to construct a relationship. First, you got to find the girl. That's imperative. Then we can discuss that. Once you find her, then it'll come back. Ask that question. It's a general question, Ravi. Conduct a relationship. What does that mean? Explain, please. And we have Guy from a pawn shop says, just got here. What's the topic? Something specific. Actually, there is the topic here for our discussions or questions you might have. When we talk about thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, ego, breakups, the movement of the psyche after the breakup, how you can move on, and what things you could be facing with, and what things you should or shouldn't do. These are the things that you can ask. And OCD subsets such as HOCD, intrusive thoughts, repetitive thoughts, and to understand the components of the brain that are involved in these sort of things. And we talk about that in detail, a philosophical point of view, a neuroscientific point of view, according to researchers such as Dr. Penfield, Dr. Sperry, Dr. Owen, Dr. Libet, Dr. Schwartz, all these experts in the world in regards to OCD and intrusive thoughts and OCD subsets. We use all these to deliver the information in a smaller package so everybody can use it without having to necessarily go through. Or you can go on my channel on YouTube, The One Point. It's called The One Point, three words, The One Point. And you go on my search engine of my channel, not the YouTube channel, just YouTube in general, my channel, and put in a word that concerns you or your question is all about, one word, and you'll see about 3,000 videos we have, and there'll be some videos pertaining your questions in the regards that we talked about, and then you can perhaps enjoy it, or come to live stream, or go on my site, mindthatseekstruth.com, mindthatseekstruth.com. Make an appointment for Skype chat, as we do with people all around the world who need it, and we'll discuss what's concerning you one-on-one on Skype. For every registration for 1 hour discussion, I'll add another half an hour for the first comers, clients for the first time, and then we'll discuss it in detail without a rush, and we'll get to know what the challenges may be. Gandhi Dubong says, just a question. I slapped my ex out of anger. She dumped me. How should I proceed? You will never get her back. You should not have slapped a woman ever. I don't care what she does. You never slap a woman or a child. That's how a man should be. Men are supposed to protect women and children. You protect women and children. You do not harm them, slap them, or abuse them in any way, shape, or form. If you see a woman coming at you with a knife or a gun, you escape. You don't stand there fight. That's what we men do. And in order to keep that discipline of thousands of years ago, you protect women. Now that you've done that, you'll never have that back. And you now move on, learn from it, and never do that again. Anger is on you. It's not a reason to hit your girlfriend. Whatever she might have done, you cannot physically punish a child or woman. And the same way, nobody should punish anybody with a slap unless they're two men and there's something gross has happened. That's a different story. Guy from Pawn Shop says, what about the ties between mind and stomach? Gastro issues, i.e., physical reactions to mind, brain. Well, what about it? I'm not a doctor and I don't claim to be one. I don't have any medical credentials. But if you have a certain specific questions, maybe I have read something about it, I can share with you. This is a very scientific and very important question, very apropos to this venue here. Our good friend Gabrielle Wall has come up with this very interesting, I think necessary question for everybody to hear. It says, do you like baby carrots and ranch? What the hell is wrong with you, Gabrielle? Why don't you just eat it, enjoy it, and shut up? And Gandhi Dubong says, yes, I want a therapist to address my anger. I went to a therapist to address my anger. Okay. But we still do talk often and like it's normal. Oh, the first thing I suppose, if she's still talking to you and you guys have long terms, some kind of a history that she's willing to talk to you after that. First of all, before I go on, Gandhi, you got to let me know how old you are and what country or what city you're talking to me, or so I got to know a little bit of background. Then we'll continue this conversation. And thank you for liking the live. Please, everyone, do like the live stream. It helps the algorithm and gets the channel known. As I said to you, we've worked a lot on the YouTube channel as far as content. It's not a flashy channel. It doesn't have exactly amazing thumbnails or this and that, but the contents are second to none. We're hardly found, but when we're found by anyone around the world, they swear by it. I receive emails very often, you saved my life, or you made such a big difference to me, this and that, so forth. So we know our country is second to none, but we're not found. So if you like it and help the channel to grow, we can reach more people and help more people. Gandhi says, I'm 39, from Malaysia. She's from Thailand. All right. I understand in that neck of the wood, it might somehow be digestible, but it shouldn't. Just because it's something traditionally or culturally, it has happened and it happens, it doesn't mean you should promote it So, number one is you promised yourself never, ever again, under any circumstances, you would ever raise hand on a woman or a child. It's illogical. You're a man, strong compared to a woman and a child. You never abuse them. Women should feel protected and safe in your arms, near you. You got to create that, not to ask them to trust me. No, your behavior, your energy, anything that the topic is, the way you react to it, should be in such a way that the woman and children will feel comfortable and safe. I remember my master in martial arts when we were studying in university. We were privileged one time that he actually traveled from Japan, the grandmaster, and said, it was in one of the books of his that I read. He said, your key, your energy should be in such a way that when you frown, wild animals flee. And when you smile, your smile draws children near. So your key, your energy, when you are in the presence of your family, your woman, your girlfriend, your wife, your children, or any woman, it should present protection, protectiveness, and draw the children near. That's how they should feel safe. First, you promise that to yourself. Secondly, you truly from bottom of your heart, despite of the differences in your opinions about whatever the subject it was that you ended up getting angry and slapping her, you sincerely apologize to her. Apologize and apologize and apologize. And then don't do it again and see if she is okay with it. There we go. That's the first two things that you got to do. And Guy from the pawn shop says, yeah, I'm just trying to gauge the breadth of your topics, expertise. That's the biggest one for me. I guess I explained it. Says, anyway, kid is here talking. He won't stop for half hour. Take care. All right. I didn't understand what that means, but all the best. Thank you for stopping by. Gandhi says, yes, I've promised myself I wouldn't raise my hand anymore. I have sincerely apologized to her. And says, thank you so much for your advice. My pleasure. My pleasure. Protect her. Love her. Show her she has a place to be safe. The world is an unsafe place for everybody or anybody, especially these days, especially for women. So provide that sanctuary that your woman can come to and feel protected from the wilderness of out there. Not to be the one to create the danger for her, the one that makes her feel safe. That's your job till the rest of your life as a man. All right. So what do we have here? All right. If you don't have any questions, I've got other things I can do. And you guys, I'm sure you can spend your time a better way. So I'll give you a few minutes to see if we have any questions. Gandhi says, I understand. Good. Thank you. And Harper joined. Antonia joined. Remember, guys, none of you have done this. When you join, and if you have a question, and even if you don't have a question, I would like to know your gender, like male, M for male, F for female, or however you signify your gender, your age, and which country or city you're watching this program. And just like we do on YouTube. Kuro is here, says hello. Hello, Kuro. It's been a while. You haven't showed up on a live stream, but I'm glad to see you here. I'm sorry, I have a delicious candy. I bought this just this afternoon. It's just ginger and it's ginger tangerine, ginger lemongrass, ginger and lemon, ginger mango, and ginger green tea, and lemon, which is in my mouth. They're very delicious, actually. And no preservatives, no artificial color stuff. It's pretty good. Cheap too. $3.49 for the whole bag. Canadian dollar, which worth like a, you know, dollar Canadian dollar is worth like a manure. And please don't forget to like the program so the algorithm will recognize the channel. We have over 3,000 videos on YouTube channel. YouTube channel's call sign is the 1 point. The 1 point. You can go on the YouTube channel, on my channel, and then put a word that concerns you. Your question is all about one word in the search engine of my channel, and you're bound to have a few videos if it has to do with thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, ego, breakups, relationships, how to move on, OCD subsets, HOCD, intrusive thoughts. You will have lots of videos coming after your search. All right. It looks like we don't have any more questions. We've answered all the questions that was posed here, which was only a few. I guess tonight you guys are busy. So it's about 11 o'clock here in Vancouver. So it's time for me to go about and do other things and make some videos for you guys or discussions, or maybe watch a video or a movie. Spend my evening relaxing that way. So it's time for me to say I love you all. Thank you very much for being here, giving the opportunity for sharing a thing or two with you. I look forward to our next live stream. In the meantime, be good to yourself, to the others, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mind@seekstruth.com is making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon.